So hey guys, this is me again, Sorceress of Music. I heard about what this video is going to be about today on Good Morning America. It's called Dear Me. It's what people would say to their teenage selves if they could actually get the chance to. And I thought, well, I should probably do this because I would have a few things to say to myself, except not my teenage self because I still am a teenager. So maybe my past self or something like that. So I guess I'll start with that. So I guess I'll start here. Dear me, it's me from the future. Listen, first thing of all, watch anime sooner. No, that's not the most serious thing, although it is serious. Very serious. But, the more serious stuff, the life issues that I've had, what people say about you doesn't necessarily matter. What people do to you doesn't matter. As long as you have friends to get you through it, that's fine. And you never had to be so darn shy. All it does is make people think that you're just so darn useless when it comes to being social, and believe me, you'll be dealing with it later, because you still are. I'm not kidding. And you remember that one time that someone did that one thing that really upset us and would cause us the most grief and stress and the most anger we could ever bring out of ourselves? Yeah, that one thing, it can't hurt you. It never could. In the beginning, it never could hurt you. And you never should have let it got to you. And I understand it was rough, because believe me, I know. I'm you, and I know, because the thing that bugged us, I know about. But it shouldn't have bothered us, and it can't bother us now because, it can't now because of what we did to handle it. But still, we should have handled it a bit better. But I also want to say that you could have been a bit more open to things, to try certain things when you could, so you'd be more open to them now, because all it does is isolate you and make you feel like, well, I want to try this, but it just doesn't feel right, and I don't think I can without feeling anxious or nervous. And I understand that it's hard, and that it was hard, but you should have done that. And I also want to say that you did not need to flip out when your first boyfriend dumped you. It's no big deal. Believe me, it's not that bad. It's not that big of a deal. Because, believe me, one day you'll get back with that first boyfriend that you ever had. You'll discover he was hurt, and then he'll dump you again. But at the same time, you'll still be the best of friends and have the happiest of laughs and the best of times. And you can know that it was never you. It was never you that was the problem. It was never him either, but it was never you to begin with that made him leave. So, in the end, you never did anything truly to send him away. You never scared him. You never ever did anything wrong. You were just you, and that's okay, because all those times you worried about it, you didn't need to. You didn't need to cry about it. You didn't need to stress over what was going on. You didn't need to worry about him, because he was fine, and you were fine, and you knew that you were just so worried, but I know now that I look back on myself, which I'm doing a bit now too, that it's sad because I'm best friends with this guy again, and he's fine. You can be the best of friends still, and just like you started out. Also, past self, if you've thought you've dealt with idiots, be prepared. 'Cause you have no idea what catches up. Life's full of idiots, I know. People tell me that, and I know, it's hard. But don't let those past idiots get to you and make you think that certain people will be a certain way and certain things should be a certain way. It's not going to be like that, okay? Life isn't going to be like that just for you. You can't have things like that. No one can. And I know I always said that I didn't think that way, but there was that little part of me nagging saying, yes, I do think that way, but it never truly, raged it out like, Veruca Salt or whatever her frickin' name was from Willy Wonka, but yeah, also, you shouldn't have been afraid of so many of the things you were afraid of back then. You shouldn't have been afraid of reptiles because they're friends and they never hurt you. I mean, future you has pet quite a few reptiles now and held quite a few reptiles now, so she knows and I know and you know now. Life isn't about fear. Life isn't about living off of what you fear. Life isn't about living off of your stress. Life isn't about living off of what you think could go wrong. Life isn't about what could possibly happen that would cause you so much grief. And I want you to know that I accept my past self, you, but if I could go back and do things differently in certain ways, I would, and I would change a few things. But I can't. So I made peace with it and the fact that I'm like this. The fact that I'm how I am, and I would like to say to you, thank you for helping me do that. By looking back, you made me stronger and motivated me, if anything. Past self, you're pretty awesome for having so many problems, and even though you're me, I'm insulting myself, which isn't anything new, but yeah, so past self, thank you, and oh, one more thing. Horror movies, you never should have been scared of them. So peace out. I'll see you guys later, and I hope you enjoyed me rambling on into my past self, who is right next to me. No. Yeah, so I'm gonna go now because I'm gonna go.